Hey, what's up, guys? Abraham again. I'm back with
Jorge Palomo.
George, man. And man, I'm super happy to finally have you. We've been trying to get you on the podcast for a while, man, and super excited we make it happen today. We're at the event in Dallas, Texas. George's team is the one actually hosting this super nice event. If you guys haven't seen it or stopped by, make sure you come by. But hey, we're with the acquisitions manager, I believe, right?
Absolutely.
So what are your thoughts on the whole wholesale business?
It depends what perspective you take into it, right? Obviously, for me, I'm a more type of go-getter guy, and Don has a big play on my life, simply because I'm not the one paying for all the marketing. I'm not the one taking all the risks and things like that. So, he allowed me to pretty much come out of dental, the dental field, and actually learn this, right? And I was never in sales. But when I was in the dental, I was unsatisfied to what I was doing. I wanted to make a certain amount, and I thought I was going to do it through there. But I found out it was a lot different, right? So I found out that if I can just learn a skill, which is sales, and be good at it, I can make a pretty good living, right? So it just kind of depends what you like to do, what type of person you are. Real estate is not for everybody. At that, wholesaling, it's not for everybody. It's a lot less percentage, right? It takes a lot of persist, a lot of pressure, right? Be disciplined and be a high performance person, right? Even if you don't want to, even if you started doing it, and you'll find that out, a couple months into it, that you have to be a high performance person, right? Which is
Yeah, no, for sure. And I know that you're a go-getter, right? What is your biggest inspiration at the moment?
at the moment, I didn't know this because I was being selfish in myself and learning the skill. But now is that we're able to take people onto our team, which it's a big, huge thing for me, simply because they give all their trust in within their lives, and put it in my hands, right? They're coming from corporate jobs, or they're coming from some type of thing that is not satisfied to them, right? And they kind of depend on us to teach them the skill and be successful. Just knowing that we can make people a nice living more than they ever thought about, and put their kids in a good situation, right? That more than fulfills me. My first goal for every person that comes to work with me, like with us, it's not with me, for me, it's with us, right? Because we're growing. We wouldn't be here for them, right? It wasn't for them. So that's pretty cool. um that's fulfilling for me, you
No,
know.
awesome, man. And honestly, that speaks great about a leader. What you're saying about the team and putting everybody on. But when you refer to as the team man, what is the best advice you could give to somebody that's in leadership, like in your position? How do you manage, man, being a leader with so many people?
uh a leader is a guy that has the roadmap, right? The leader is able to point you out, hey, this is the next step, this is how we're going to take it. And if you can unite everybody in that same unit, it's perfect. It's called duplicating yourself, right? You, as a business owner, you have to duplicate yourself to be able to give bigger responsibility to other people, right? Which is the, pretty much you're depending for that on them at this point, right? And then depending on you, which is interdependent relationships, right? We help each other out, we help each other grow, which is beautiful,
Yeah,
It's,
honestly, and I think there's a big saying that goes with this. They say you're not a leader until you create a leader that creates a leader.
that's right.
So that one's good, and I feel like you're crushing it, and you're doing big things. But talking about big things, what is your biggest goal for 2022?
So for me, it's a personal goal is to I've only been here for 2.5 years, right? Strictly wholesaling. I've gotten to the point where I think I could take up some flips and handle it to my family, right? Even like I don't know a lot about flipping or anything, but I'm a bounce onto it. And even if I make 5K for me, five little racks, it's not a lot for a flip, right? But the peace of mind that I'm gonna have is that, hey, my dad's an HVAC technician. He put the HVAC in. Hey, my uncle does the floors. Hey, well, my uncle got some jobs. my homeboy got the roof.
So creating jobs, right?
Yeah, that's
within the family,
exactly
within
which,
your inner circle, man.
yeah, I mean, I've gone to the point where, I have to pretty much change my whole belief system, right? I'm sure you did too. Growing up, we grew up to a certain beliefs, to a certain extent, and it's not our fault. It's not our parents' fault. It's just God happened to make it that way, right? And God is so great to be able to set all those steps apart, till it comes to you, so you can learn from those, right? Not from your mistakes or maybe from other people's mistakes, which happened in my life. I learned from people's mistakes, and God just knows how to work through those processes.
And I was just reading a verse the other day, man, that if you turn yourself into God, man, He's gonna take care of the rest. So I think I like how you're religious, man. Honestly, keep it up. And the last question, man, just to kind of finish it off, what is the biggest lesson you learned in 2021?
In 2021, there's bigger purposes, right? Other than you, there's other problems other than yours, right? Sometimes even bigger than yours, right? Sometimes we go through our problems and think, oh, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? But as a leader, once that time comes where that person needs you, it's like, hey, I've been through that. I know how that feels. We could do X, X, and X. And being able to point that out and being successful at it is kind of like surprising to me sometimes, but it's faith. It's favored from God. So, you know, I'm really religious. God is everything to me, and I'm nothing without Him.
Hey, absolutely, man. That's why you've been blessed, man. It was a pleasure to have you, George. Thanks so much for your time, man. And you guys having a great event. If you guys want to follow George, what's your social media where they can follow you?
J_Palomo 18. So
All right, guys. So make sure you check them out. Follow them. The event of Dallas 2022. Great way to start the year, man. Thanks so much.
for sure, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was clean, bro.